Well, I thought I'd just stop at this old fort here, which is right at the beginning of a walk I've got planned. Strangely enough, I'm back in the Cape Town area. Just love it here. It's now beginning of May and it's autumn here, which is perfect weather for hiking. Still quite long days. It's not quite as warm, although I say that the sun's pretty intense at the moment. Covered in sun cream, and I'm looking forward to what is quite a substantial hike today. I'm going up what's called Constantia Peak, which has got an aerial on the top of it, and then that's the highest point, and I'm going to traverse along the tops with hopefully some amazing views for about, I think it's only about a 10-mile walk, but it's nearly 4,000 feet of climb in it, so it's not going to be easy, but I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll cool down a bit. There is a little bit of cloud on the tops, which is unfortunate, but it's in and out, and sometimes with the cloud being sort of sometimes there, sometimes not, it gives quite a nice effect. I've got my drone with me, so hopefully fly that if it doesn't get too windy. And what have I bought? Just got loads and loads of drink, and I've bought a very simple MRE with me to try out, but I'll wait till I'm hungry enough for that. I had quite a nice big breakfast in Cape Town before leaving. So yeah, I don't want to run out of time today because the days are getting a little bit shorter, but it should be fine and I'll get on my way. Well, I keep stopping really early into the walk to take in the breathtaking views. I just can't get over this place sometimes, the beauty of it, and I've got a very hard first hour and a half ahead of me with this big climb up Constantia Peak. So I'm going to stop filming for the moment, get my head down, get some elevation behind me or under me, and then get back to you. But yeah, I've just had the drone out, taking some hopefully amazing shots of just this first part of the walk, and more to come. But I think looking at what I've got to do kind of up here and all of that down that saddle and to there, that peak that's just in the clouds over there, a lot to do. I do like filming, but got to get my head down now, so I'll talk to you in a little bit, which in your world will probably be about a second. Speak to you soon. Down below me, where at the bottom of the screen you can see that car park, is where I stopped up on the Royal Enfield on one of my last videos to do a little bit of a piece to camera and tell you how incredibly difficult the conditions were with the wind. And you can see now that it's very, very different. It's a beautiful day. It's steps a wee bit calmer than last time I was in this area, so that's good. Right, keep going. Just done what felt like a mega climb, and you get to one of these slightly false summits, and that's where I'm actually heading. Lots to go, right? Well, just stopped for a drink and a bit of fruit. It's hard going, there's no path. My app that I'm using says there's a, well, shows the path all the way to the top, but it's just a scramble from rock to scratchy sort of plant life, cacti and so on. I might put my long trousers on actually, because I'm getting scratched to smithereens. But I'm still going to plug away, I think. I'm just, I know I'm in the right direction because I just keep going upwards, but literally it's there's no filming. It's just clambering from rock to rock and then scrambling through this very thick vegetation. So, yep, I'll keep going, drinking fruit, and I'm on my way up. God, I haven't been this tired for a long time. And that, blimey. Yeah, I don't know, those of you that use Outdoor Active that used to be View Ranger, well, it's let me down on this one. I know there's no real accurate maps, but I'm following the virtual path that it's shown and it tells me that I'm going straight through there, which is a little bit of a pain. So I have to find my way around it because it's reasonably extensive. That's quite something here. There you go. I don't know how far I am from the top, but I'm way behind time, so I'm going to have to get to the top and then see if there's time for me to get a bite to eat. I'm not the slightest bit hungry, I'm just taking in loads of fluid. And once I'm yeah, at the top, I'll see what the path looks like going down. I might stop and have a bite to eat, but otherwise I might just hot foot it down as fast as I can to the place where I know an Uber could get to, and then make my way back and have a proper meal. But we'll see how it goes. God. As I say, Scarfell Pike was like a billiard table compared to this. I'm not talking about elevation, but I'm just talking about hard going. It's just been a scramble all the way. I'm absolutely cut to shreds. It's brilliant to be up here. Just got that slight trepidation though that I've a long way to go, and the sun is, yeah, we've got a fair bit of sunshine, but hopefully there'll be a bit more, well, it'll be a bit more clearly marked on the way back. Not on the way back, but on the way over the top back to Silvermine Dam, which I've decided to go to, I think, the closest. But I'll see where it takes me. Made it. I am happy. I'm just, it's one of those things that it was just 10 times more than I thought it was going to be, but hey ho. There's some amazing views. I'll walk over to the, you can see that sort of cable, sorry, not cable, that mast behind me. I don't know what the actual reason for that being here is. It's obviously an aerial of sorts, but yeah, I've done it.
Just got to get back. It looks an awful long way down. Well, I made it up. There's the mast behind me, and usually when I'm out sort of wild camping and hiking, I want to get off. You can see my shadow behind me, how late it's getting. Want to get off the beaten track and these tarmac roads, but I tell you something, I've never been more grateful to see a bit of tarmac heading downhill. But what about this? Amazing. I haven't got time to cook anything. I'm really got the sun against me, and it goes down fast, and so I've got to get right down the bottom of there before it gets dark to some sort of place where an Uber would be willing to come and pick me up. But I'll maybe get out tomorrow, get on the beach to a secluded little boat, cook up something, well, use that MRE, and at least there'll be a little bit of cooking on this video, but for now I'm getting a move on. Anyway, it'll just be a second or two till we're cooking on the beach, but for me it'll be 2 hours down and a night's sleep. See you later. It's the next day. Well, how did that end? Well, I'll tell you. That tarmac road lasted about 200 yards, and then it was really descending through the scrub on another nondescript path. And it was hard going. Great to achieve it, but the worrying thing was I was travelling against the light. It was fading really fast. As soon as the sun starts to go down at this time of year, there's virtually no twilight, and bang, dark. So I was against that, and I didn't really want to be out on my own in an unfamiliar place as the light was fading. Nevertheless, I got down to what's called Silvermine Dam, and dam in these parts is basically the word for lake, and saw my first person that I'd seen the whole day after being dropped off, and they were doing some sort of open water swimming there, which was great. And I managed to walk to the car park with a view to getting an Uber. I looked at my phone, and for the first time in the whole day I didn't have a signal, and I just didn't know what to do. It was over 5 kilometers to the main road down this little track where you could get cars up and down because cars drive to the dam, and there was one car leaving the car park, and it had a really lovely couple that I just sort of said, can you just tell me how long it is till I get to a phone signal? And they said, oh, we got no idea, just hop in. And they were so friendly. They drove me to their house in Constantia and gave me a drink, gave me some flapjack. We chatted about the YouTube channel. Hopefully you're subscribers now. I don't know whether you wanted to be mentioned by name, so I won't, but you know who you are. And yeah, got my flapjack, got my drink, and got my Uber, and that was just so kind, because by the time I got back to the hotel it was absolutely pitch black. Regarding the MRE, I'm not going to cook an MRE meal on the beach here in South Africa. The food's just too good around me and reasonably priced to waste. So I'm going to save that MRE pack up for another time. I'm going to go out and get some breakfast now. It's still quite early, but sorry, lots of people passing. But yesterday I felt a real sense of achievement. It was a tough trek, it really was. No path, and scrambling. I've really hurt my knee a bit, but it's got full movement, which is fine. It's just a bit achy, and I hope you enjoyed that. It wasn't my sort of usual thing of preparing food outside, doing a bit of bushcraft and so on, but a little bit about what I try and get up to when I'm away. And maybe any of you that visit these parts will give it a go. Not that rude. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hope you enjoy the video. Please like, subscribe, and I very much look forward to seeing you all again.